Okay everybody, welcome back to our video 4. We're going to enhance the surface detail here. You will hear a little extra background noise. It was 100 degrees today. I have the windows open and the fans going. I apologize if that affects the sound quality at all. Let us jump in with one of my favorite techniques and click on this layer here, which we had used to with fibers. We had created this layer with the fiber filter. We're going to we selected all. Let's duplicate this while I'm at it. Duplicate layer, and we'll work on the duplicate layer. So on this layer, we're going to add a layer mask. We selected this all. I'm sorry. Select all. Edit copy. Edit paste. We've pasted it in a mask. We'll look here. You see it's a little grayscale image, and we're going to adjust that. I hope you guys will write back with your feedback. Let me know if this format's a little too quick. We're going to let's leave that like that. We don't have a lot of time here. But basically, this mask is going to create layers of greater and lesser opacity based on how dark or how light the pixel is. And what will happen is these layer effects will be applied differently based on how light or dark the things are. So the pixels are. Technical term is things. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you, since a pixel is a pixel is worth 1,000 words. Here's a couple thousand words in action. Let us go with an outer bevel, and let us, instead of smooth, let's get a little bit harder line, and wow, look at that. All of a sudden we have some extra surface texture. The only thing you're going to notice is that that white makes it look a little bit waxy, which may be what you need in some cases, but it's certainly not here. We're going to grab a brown, but we want a highlight, but we don't want it to be white. Okay, so we're going to pull that down so we have a highlight, but it's in the right tonal range. Let us grab a brown and pull that down a little bit, and we can increase or decrease the opacity, or increase the opacity. Here we go. Decrease the transparency, however you want to put it. And what we have here is a quick addition of some detail. I'm going to jump back to a second technique and see if I can come back to show you one more thing. We'll pick a different layer for this so you can see it. We'll go to Filter, Render, Lighting Effects. Lighting Effects is very useful. We're probably going to use it with stone. We'll have the spotlight on. You can monkey with these settings a little bit. You want to either pick the channel or pick the a mask if you have a mask on that layer, which uses the same technique we just showed you. The other one to really add some drama. We can pull back on that a little. I think that's a little too dark, but I think you can see that that has added some dramatic effect. Now let's go back to this layer in the few seconds that we have left. Go once again into our layer styles, and let me show you that by playing with the other layer styles, you can add additional levels of detail. Remember, a good texture, as far as I'm concerned, is made by all these little layers and layers of detail, you know, that give the texture a little bit of a history. Here's the inner shadow, and once again, you don't have to go with black on this. In fact, pure black in a texture is a little unnatural, so you can go crazy with this. You make it greenish. Let's say this is kind of a mossy thing, and there's a cumulative effect. You may not notice it now. Watch what happens when we hit outer glow. Boom, we've got this faded wood going on now, and you could change the color and the actual gradient you use here and get slightly different effect. You have the inner glow. Okay, we'll turn that off so you can see that. You get a totally different effect by combining it, and of course this is also a gradient. You could also change the blend modes and reduce or increase it. You can add the contour. The contour adds a little bit of detail on the edges. Excuse me. Let me turn off outer glow. That's so bright in this one that you really can't see what's going on here. Let's see, another one that's really useful and occasionally overlooked is stroke. Now if you quickly pick a brown here, what's going to happen is they could look a little bit like it's burned. Okay, you could also change that to a green. We're almost out of time. We are going to pull back on the opacity a little bit. We're going to reduce that to a 2, and there you can see what can be done with these various techniques to add surface detail. And we'll look at a few more things in the next video.